Master T Math class. Here, we want to continue from where we stopped in the last class, and then we look at the key areas where the examiner are interested in testing us in mathematics. Now, we pick it one after the other. The first aspect we looked at, which was number and numeration. Then, let's look at those topics under number and numeration from here. The first topic we'll be looking at under this, we have number basis. Number basis from here. So we should be able to solve questions related to number basis before our exams. Then also we have modular arithmetics. From here, we'll be solving questions on modular arithmetics. And also we have ratio rate, proportion. From here, ratio rate and proportion. Then also we have approximation and estimation. Then also from here, we have indices and logarithm, which is a key topic under numbers and numeration. So we have indices and logarithms. And also, very important, we have set. So here we are going to be looking at a set theory, then solving set using Venn diagram. We solve 2 set problem and 3 set problem using Venn diagram. Subscribe, then you're not going to miss out when we have all these classes. Then next, we have AP and GP, arithmetic progression and geometric progression. So here, this topic as well is very important for anyone that wants to see it for GCE or equivalent examination. Also, we have financial arithmetics under this topic, which also is very important. The examiner are interested in giving us questions related to financial arithmetics. And when we talk about financial arithmetic, we have some topics like simple interest, we have compound interest, we have profit and loss percentage, Then we have taxes and rate. Then we have depreciation, shares, etc. So all this here, the examiner interested in testing on us, on them. So we are going to be looking at number basis in this particular class. So please take note of this. We are going to be, solving problem and making it, enlighten ourselves on each of these topics. So for this class here, let's look at number basis. And when we talk about number basis, we have different, bases in mathematics. The normal counting number we use in mathematics is in base 10. So which is also called binary or decimal number. So either one you call this is refers to as base 10. So our counting number is always in base 10. Then we have some other bases, like we have base 2, Base 2, same thing as binary. So we revert binary as base 2 number. And for base 2 number, we only have 0 and 1. So we can't have any digits up to 2. So whenever we have something like 11011 or something like that, so we have only 0 and 1 in base 2 number. So and base 3 also, we are going to have the highest digits that will be in base 3. Of course, that will also be 2. So we can't have any number up to the base you are dealing with. So if you have a number in base 3, you can only have something like 201. So you can't have 3 in that number that's in base 3, and so on and so forth. Now, you must be able to do the following on number basis. 1, we must be able to convert base 10 to any other base. So conversion from base 10 to any other base. So here, I believe we have been familiar with this. So also, we should be able to convert, that's conversion from any other base to base 10. So that's vice versa there. So we should be able to convert any other bases as well to base 10. And also, we should be able to convert from one base to another base. So conversion of one base to another base. So here, these are what we should be able to do under this number base. Also, we should be able to perform basic operation with number bases. So when we talk about basic operation here, we have operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we must be able to perform this, 4 basic operations with number bases. Now, here in this class, I want to give us an example. So I believe if you have been, once you are able to solve this, so it implies that if you are able to convert from one base to another base, that means you can change from base 10 to any other base. And also, you can change from any other base to base 10. Now, for instance, let's look at what we have here. In this particular question here, the question says, express 4104, express 4104 base 5 to denary. So from here, this is from base 5 to base 10. And how do we go about that? Okay, let me make it like this so that you understand once. So let's say from base 5, from here, we are changing to octa. So express 4104 base 5 to octa. And what is octa here? Octa same thing as base 8. Now, we want to change from base 5 to base 8. Solution from here. We can't go directly from base 5 to base 8. Now, we need to change base 5 first to base 10. Then, after changing to base 10, we can now change from base 10 to base 8 now. That means first step is that we change 4104 from base 5 base 10. Now, how do we change from any base to base 10? Once you can do this, then you can do any one. So changing from any base to base 10 is simply you follow this format. You expand each of this number with a base. So we have 4 times 5. Then put it in bracket. Then be summing it plus the next is 1 times 5. Put it in bracket. Then plus the next you have 0 times 5. Also put it in bracket. Then next you have plus 4 times 5. Also put this in brackets. Now, the next thing is to raise the base to the power of 0 from the right here. Then 1, 2, 3. So it is keep on increasing. Start the first one with 0, then 1, 2, 3. Then when you now simplify this, then 5 raised to power 3 means 5 multiplied itself 3 times. So here you have 5 times 125 here. That's 4 times 125. Then plus here 5 squared 5 times 5. That's still 1 times 25. Then plus here is 0 times anything here. That's 0 here. Then plus here you have 4 times 5 raised to power 0 here is 1. So any number raised to power 0 there will give us 1 from there. Then what is the next thing to do here? We multiply this. Then this becomes 4 times 125, we have 500. Then plus 1 times 25, we have 25. This is already 0, so cancel. Then plus 4 times 1, that's 4. Then from here, this one gives us 529 to base 10. Now, it is not here we are going per se. What we wanted to find is to find this number in base 5 and change it to octa. But now we have successfully changed it to base 10. Then we cannot change it back to base 8. Now, that means changing from base 10 to any base is what we want to do now. So once you can do this, you can do any of the problem that follows this. So changing from base 10 to base 8 now, we can do that in tabular form. That is from here, what we have, which is 529, we tabulate like this. Then we have 529. So we are converting to base 8 now. We can divide by 8 here. Then 8 goes in 529. That will be 66 times. Then remainder 1. So here, you divide by 8 again. Continue to divide by 8. So you now have 8 in 66 here. We have 8. Remainder 2 here. Also divide by 8 again. You have 8 divided by 8. You have 1. Remainder 0. Then we have divide by 8 again until this place is 0. So you can't stop. So 8, 1 divided by 8 here. It's not possible. That will be 0. Then remainder what is here now, which is 1. So don't make a mistake. There's a situation whereby what is here is not necessarily 1, but 8 cannot go. So once you write remainder 1, then what will be left here is automatically this number here. And in this case, you have 1. Because some students, most of the time, even if it is 3 that is here, some will still write 1. Why? Because it has been registered in their brain that it's usually 1 that has to be there. No. So whatever is there, you put it. Then from here, the solution here, we write it from bottom up. We show this arrow going up. Then it implies that the result of this will now be 1, 0, 2, 1 to base 8 now. So be careful when writing the base. Make sure you write it as the subscript. So that means what you have here, which is 4104 to base 5, is now equals to 1021 base 8. and we can equally write it, this base in word to avoid any confusion there. So here we have seen how to change from one base to another base, which implies that here we've already known how to change from base 10 to any base, which is tabulating like this, and also we know how to change from any base to base 10, which is expanding, with the base and raised to the power of 0 from the right, then to the last one. Thank you. Now, before we round up in this class, also still on number basis, then let's look at, some basic operations there. Like today, let's look at addition and subtraction. So I will give us just two questions, one per, operation. So for the first one here, we have to evaluate 7/2 base 8 plus 643 base 8. Now, you can see I pronounce this one as 72. It's not 72 because we are not working in base 10. So we pronounce the number one after the other. So now, let's, evaluate this. We are adding. And what we are adding here is in base 8. How do we go about that? So now, make sure you arrange the digits and let it lie on the unit side. So I have 72 first. Then here, this is 3 here. Then 4 will lie here. Then 6 here. So what we are doing here is addition. So we have addition in base 8. Now here, we had normally. So we have 2 plus 3, that's 5. Here, I can write 5 easily. Why? Because 5 is not up to the base I'm working at. I'm working at base 8. So now the method here is that we can write any number that is up to the base. Now, for instance, here we have 7 plus 4, and 7 plus here is simply 11. I can come here and write 11. Now, I will reduce this by dividing it by the base. Now, how many 8s can go in 11? That's 1. Then, remaining what? Remainder 3 here. So, remainder 3. Now, is the remainder we write first. So, writing the remainder now, we can carry this one now to the next number here. So, and we have 1 plus 6 here, that's 7. 7 is not up to the base. So, easily we can write it. So, here we now have 735 to base 8. So, this here we have the solution to this. So, please, you can share this video so as to reach many people. Thank you. Also, your reaction will be appreciated. Thank you, very much. So here we have this, way to add. You can try some other questions from your past questions there. Then let's look at subtraction. So let's look at subtraction. Another example on how to subtract from here. So we have 2311 in base 4 here minus 213 in base 4. Now, when we are subtracting from here, also let's try to digit it out and place it under each other. We have 2311. Then place the units under each other. We have 3, then 1, 2. And what we are doing here is we are subtracting. And we are working in base 4. Now, from here, when we look at this, 1 minus 3 here is not possible. So, normally 1 minus 3 is minus 2, and we are not permitted to write anything minus here. So, here is not possible. What happened now is that we borrow 1. The way we used to do our normal, calculation. And when you borrow 1 for the next available number here, so taking 1, anytime you take 1 from the next available number, that one you take will automatically become 4, which is the base you are working at. Now, if I take 1 from here, this will reduce to 0 here. Then the one I take here has become 4 here. And when 4 add up to 1 here, that's 5. So everything is 5 now. Then we now have 5 minus 3 here. So we can say that is 2. Then what is left here is 0 now. So 0 minus 1, also that's not possible. So also you take 1 from the next available number here, take 1 here, this one reduced to 2. Then the one you take here has come here, become 4. And you have 4 plus 0 here, that's still 4. 4 minus 1, that's 3. Then what is left here is 2. 2 minus 2, that's 0, that's possible. Then you have 2, just 2 here, just put it there. So that's the answer. So we have 2032 to base 4. So this is just simply how to subtract, number in bases. Thank you. We can solve more of it. If you have any questions related to this, you can please put it in the comment section. If you want me to explain more of this, particular topics, which is on number basis, you can as well drop your comment. And God's will in next class, tomorrow, by God's grace, we are going to solve more questions on number basis. That is solving equation in number basis. We have some questions that deal with equations in number basis, so that we can see how to solve that as well. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe, share this video. See you next class. Bye for now.